Welcome to my small video of November 2015. Yeah, that's me you see there. In this small video I'll give you my views on different stuff, what crypto coins to mine and invest in, how I see the future of crypto coins, crypto versus fiat, and my crypto predictions. So let's get started. What crypto coins to mine and invest in, my pros and cons. A tough question, what coin to mine and invest in, but here's a few of the things that I always look into before I involve myself in any crypto coin. First of all, does the coin have a huge and active community behind it? The best way to find out about that is to find the main debate forum for the coin. Most likely you can find that by going to the coin's website and look for a link to the forum, or maybe the coin does not have a forum but it's rather a group on Reddit or something like that. But find out the main private forum for this certain coin, and also try to have a look at the bitcointalk.org. There's normally a huge thread about more or less any coin out there. Also have a look at this thread about the coin you're looking into and see, is it a huge thread, is it live at the moment, does many different people take part in the debate, and so on. And that way you'll get an impression on, does the coin have a huge community behind it, which is so important long term. If a coin should succeed, it will long term need to be usable, and the chances of that is just so much bigger if a huge group of persons hold this coin and has an interest in this coin. So that's kind of also an answer to the second thing I look into: a usable coin. Is it possible to use the coin in real life? I know at the moment it's not the case with most of the coins. In reality, you can more or less only use Bitcoin for your everyday life, but you can still get an impression whether the coin at least is integrated in some of the big exchanges. If it's possible for a website owner to integrate the coin into his website as a payment method in an easy way, and things like that, give a small impression whether it could be a usable coin in the future. Also, I look into whether the coin has active developers behind it. If there's an issue with the coin, is it easy to get hold of the developers and such thing? Do they make new development, new type of wallets? Do they try to do something new with the coin? In general, are they active? A good way to find out about that, again, go to bitcointalk.org or the private forum of the coin, see if the developers behind the coin take part in the debate and if they solve problems coming up. Also, I look into concept and technology behind the coin. Is it just another coin that everyone could make? Basically, I could make a coin today. I could copy paste more or less the code of Bitcoin or another coin, and then I could make my own last coin, but it will never be successful because no one would be behind this coin, and it would have bring nothing new. So it's important that coins has something behind them. They need to have either a huge organization behind that, like we talked about the community, or they need to come with something new that can help build this huge community. It could be maybe a new technology for anonymous transactions. It could be faster transactions. It could be other things. Just bring some new technology, something that will make a difference and make this coin something more than just another altcoin or crypto coin. Another thing I always look into is the pre-mining of a certain coin. Normally people say, oh, no pre-mining should be allowed, and that's a very bad sign, and always the developers, they write when they launch a new coin that no pre-mining had taken place. I don't mind a little pre-mining, because if someone will work hard, or have worked hard to create some new features for this new coin they launch, I think it's only fair that they will also have some coins themselves and maybe be part of a huge success in that way, so they can really benefit if the coin is successful. But it can also be too much. I've seen many coins where the developers has pre-mined maybe 10% of the coins, and then they just dump them and take whatever revenue they can get from that, and that's also a very, very bad thing. So the best way to find out about pre-mining is go to bitcointalk.org and find the thread about this coin in question. See what the developers write about pre-mining when they launch the coin, and also try to follow debate what other people say about how the pre-mining had actually taken place. Many times the developers will make all kind of tricks to get around pre-mining, like they say, well, no actual pre-mining, but maybe they don't give away the access to mine within the first 2 weeks after the launch. So more or less only themselves are mining, and yeah, they end up with way too many coins. So try to get an impression by looking at this debate on how the pre-mining was done. Again, I don't mind a half, 1%, 1.5% of the coins has been pre-mined for the founders of this coin in question, but not more than that. Think about it. If someone pre-mined 10% of the coin, it's not only 10%, it's 10% of the total amount of coins that will ever be. So maybe the first couple of years, these persons will actually own maybe 50% of the coins. And that is just too many coins for one individual or one group of person to have. If these persons or person lose interest in the coin, they can dump the coin at the exchanges. If maybe they leave the project, they can dump these coins, and all the coins that you will have will be more or less worthless if certainly 50% of the all coin of the coin volume of this coin is set up for trade in within a short period of time. So stay away from any coin that has pre-mining above 1.5%. It's just not worth it. So how do I see the future of crypto coins? The short answer is in general bright, but let me explain. Yeah, let's look at the possibilities and challenges for crypto coins. The first possibility I want to mention is the blockchain technology. The blockchain technology is the technology used by more or less any crypto coin out there today. It is a great technology. It would take a long time to explain into depth, so I suggest you to try to find some deeper explanation about the blockchain technology. But the short version would be that all transaction is kind of stored into blocks, and these blocks together form kind of a chain, and all balances, all coin balances, is based on the chain of events during the time of the coin's existence. So this ends up becoming a blockchain, you could say. The technology is actually so popular that many big US and European banks has gone together and set down working groups to find out how they can start to use and take benefit of this blockchain technology to use for international money transfers rather than doing it the old-fashioned way. The next possibility I would like to mention is anonymity. In the world we're living in today, more and more surveillance is taking place, whether it's from the NSA spying on the world, or if it's your local government who use the newest technology to look into your records. It's just getting more and more. And I think many people is sick and tired of that we're living in a less and less free world, and really, the crypto coins can help prevent spying at least your financial transactions. So I think that will be a reason for many people to start to use crypto coins transactions rather than just regular bank transfers, where you can be sure that your government know exactly what you're doing. Current state of the main fiat currencies, like the euro and the dollar. Uh, just this week, the US government approved a new debt ceiling on God know how many $billion. Also, just alone in 2015, Mario Draghi and the European Central Bank has printed another 1,200 billion euros out of thin air. We're having unreal low interest rates for the banks to loan from the central banks. It is just not a long-term solution, and at some point, when we cannot, or when the U.S. and European Central Bank cannot trick the rest of the world to use their currencies any longer, it will fail, or even maybe before. So I suspect that, or I predict that these currencies will run into some giant problems sooner or later, and that will give a huge boost also to the crypto coins. A giant demand. I could mention many things here, but I'll stick with a few of my top picks. First of all, we're living in a much more globalized world today than we did just a decade ago. More and more people need to send money internationally or value internationally, and it's just so expensive and so slow today. Many people will send via classic bank transfer. You need to fill in tons of information, and it might take 3-4 days. There's a currency exchange rates, intermediary banks that need to earn a little their cut, and yeah, it's just not cheap and effective as it should be in 2015. So for that reason alone, there's a giant demand of a new way to transfer value globally. Also, think about it, around 75% of the world's population does not have a debit or credit card that can be used locally or to pay for all kind of goods online. Uh, this is a group of people that have low income, and for that reason they in most cases also have a very limited purchasing power, but still it's a massive amount of people. Uh, Giving these people access to uh, digital payments would help these people to get a well-deserved lift, and it would also be a giant market for all kind of shops and online retailers. So also there's a giant demand of a new way to transfer value cheap and effectively. Classic paper money to fade out. It might sound a little unreal looking at some countries, how more or less any transactions is carried out with paper money. But actually, in many parts of the world, like Scandinavia could be an example, a very high percentage of all business to consumer transactions is carried out via either credit card payments or mobile phone payments. So the technology is more or less there. So my prediction would be that from, well, maybe 5 to 10 years from now, we will see the first countries start to simply fade out paper money and only allow digital payments. Uh, in some way, you could say it's a good idea for the governments to do this, as they will for sure use the excuse that, hey, we do this because we want to hurt the black economy. We want everyone to pay a share of their tax, and this is the best and easy option to do that. Now you see everyone can use digital payments, so why not fade out classic paper money. You might say this is really good for crypto coins because everyone involved in the black economy would then change to crypto coins, and the economy would grow. But that's partly true and partly untrue. Yes, it would happen that way, but on the other hand, this would give an excuse for the governments to start to fight crypto coins. The governments could say, hey, crypto coins is really used for all kind of black economy, and we don't want crypto coins. So, well, actually, many governments already say this today, but today it's not true. If you look at the number of crypto coins transactions used for anything related to criminal activities or black economy, the percentage of these transactions is less than 5% within the crypto coin economy. If you look at the percentage of uh, paper money, or the percentage of paper money involved in black economy in certain countries, it's up to 50%, even in countries in the European Union. So both an opportunity and possibility for crypto coins to grow, but certainly also something you have to be careful about, because it could give an option for the governments to really attack the crypto coins. So let's have a look at some of the upcoming challenges that I see crypto coins to be facing. As well-known banker Maya Amschel Rothschild once said, "Give me control of a nation's money and I do not care who makes the laws." That's such a good quote, and it's so accurate. It tells you a little about how much power it actually gives the people in control of a nation's money supply. And for that reason alone, I can tell you that the people in charge of the governments and of the central banks, they will never ever give away the power that they have controlling the money supply. And with the way that crypto coins is built today, there is no central power. There's no central government to control the, the coins and to print as they like. So for that reason, that will be a huge challenge, because these people will not give up without a fight. They don't want the people to be in charge of the currency. They want themselves and their friends to be in charge of the currency. Inflation, or inflation tax as I put it here, because really that's what inflation is. In my opinion, it's also the most unfair tax on this planet. Why? Because in the world today we have two main world currencies, or we have the US dollar and the euro. The US dollar is probably the main one, but also many people around the globe hold the euro. And basically, by holding, let's say, the US dollar, you are paying a tax to the US. No matter if you live in Africa and hold the US dollar, or if you're in Russia or in Australia, in Asia. And I can assure you that many billions and trillions of US dollars is held by people all around the world. And basically, all these people and companies who hold the US dollar, they pay inflation tax to the US. A tax they will never benefit from, because they don't live in the US, so whatever the tax revenue is used for, it will not benefit them. Maybe if they're lucky, they will get some bombs from the US one day, but that's also about it then. If we take me as an example, small business running quite a few websites, I maybe hold $10,000 on average, not because I want to, but because I have to, because many people and companies still only accept payments in US dollars from me, so I need to hold a few US dollars to be able to pay my bills. With the example of 10,000 in the US, they aim for a yearly inflation on 2%. So basically, by holding 10,000 US dollars on average, I pay $200 in tax to the US each year. Plus, you could say that I actually give the US an interest-free loan on $10,000. So yeah, a really really bad deal for me, but it's needed because the US has this US dollar that everyone apparently need. For that reason, these main currencies are so important and such a huge, gigantic income for the US and for the European Union that these countries and central banks will never ever give up on their control of the world currencies. They will not. You see how they treat the BRIC countries now. They talk about making their own bank and so on. How they hate Putin now. That's, I think, has a huge part to do with his plans about making this new BRIC bank. And in the same way, they will not give up on the money control. So if they see that Bitcoin and crypto coins is not just used by a few, but it starts to get used by everyone, they will find a way to block it because they don't want to lose the control of the money supply. The next thing that comes to my mind is competition. I mainly think about if you could basically still call it kind of a crypto coin, but if the banks in general find a way to implement classic money payments into a blockchain system. In that way, global money transfers, local money transfers would be much cheaper, and in that way maybe the need for cryptocurrency and bitcoins and litecoins and so on would maybe not be that big. So if the banks finds a better way to maybe use the blockchain technology to do classic money transfers, or if a totally new idea or way to transfer value online comes up, then that could be a threat for the cryptocurrencies as we know them today as well. Last on my list is trust. I put that together with fiat versus crypto because basically it's all about trust when talking fiat currencies and talking cryptocurrencies. Um, but both forms of value is based only on trust. Do you trust Janet Yellen and Mario Draghi here, then you trust the US dollar and the euro. Do you trust the miners and the people behind, with the people behind all the crypto coins, then you trust the crypto coins. That's basically it. It's not like in the old days where something is backed, like many of the fiat currencies in the past was backed by gold, where you would take your fiat currency, go to the bank, and you get gold in exchange at a set rate. That's not like it anymore, as you know. It's now only based on the trust. If no one trusts the US dollar, then the US dollar has no value. If no one trusts it, no one wants it, no value. It's exactly the same with the cryptocurrencies. If no one trusts them, they have no value. Uh, so for that reason, for both fiat currencies and for cryptocurrencies, trust is very important. Um, the fiat currency is pretty good at destroying their own trust, but you could also be nervous that crypto coins could lose some trust in time, both because many people do not understand crypto coins and currencies, also because, as we talked about, this could be a way for the governments to hit on crypto coins simply by destroying the trust in them. Um, there are many ways to do this. Maybe the governments will try to manipulate the exchange rate. It's also to a certain extent possible to manipulate a little with some of the crypto coins. If you have enough data power, it's not something that will happen because you have to have gigantic amounts of data power, and it will never be a good deal financially to do this. But in a case where you as a government want to destroy, maybe you don't care if you need to use billions on setting up a system to manipulate. You can probably not destroy the crypto coins, but you can make them lose trust. So really important for the crypto coins, just as for the fiat currencies, is that these values gain trust with the general public. Um, so trust could really also be an issue for the crypto coins in the future, I think. So, last but least, my crypto predictions. Wanna bet? Okay, number one on my list, mega growth in the use of blockchain technology. By blockchain technology, I'm not just talking crypto coin transactions, but the whole use of the blockchain technology to send value, whether it's for crypto coins or whether it's implemented into classic money transfers. I predict that we will see at least the number of transactions double up each year for the next 5 years, double up on average. That's my number one predictions. Number two on my list is the US dollar and the euro to merge. Actually, regrettably, I put this on the list because it's not a prediction for the next couple of years. It's more long term prediction. My prediction is more like that the euro and the US dollar will eventually crash within the next 10-15 years when we see the interest rate go up. Uh, they will simply not be able to have an answer on that. The central banks. They're not able to raise the interest rate without making well, they can raise them a little, but they cannot raise them a lot, which will be needed long term. And when the day come when they need to do this, then basically these currencies will collapse. And my prediction is then that one solution could be to try to get around and try to keep the control of the money supply. Then we could see a merge of the euro and the US dollar, but that's just one of several solutions. Other solutions could come up, but basically there will be a crash of the euro and the dollar sooner or later. It's a little difficult. It also depends what the BRIC countries decide to do with their new bank, and in general how the markets develop. But the crash will come. There are just so many factors involved, so it's hard to say exactly whether it will be in 5, 10, or 15 or 18 years, but it's not so far away. So that's my second prediction. Last but least, third prediction, I predict that we will see way less cryptocurrencies coming up. When we had Bitcoin and Litecoin, and they really took off some years ago, gaining massively in value. So many people and programmers, developers, was creating new coins with basically out of thin air. You could say they just copy pasted the codes of Bitcoin and Litecoin, and then they had a new coin. And many people was mining these coins because people say, oh, maybe it's easy to mine this coin, and this coin could maybe be the next Bitcoin, and I could be a millionaire, and so many people went into all these coins. But history has shown for the last couple of years that basically only very few coins actually get followers, get a community behind, and gain value. And people have now learned that to have a good coin, it needs to have this community, it needs to have something behind it. So I predict that we will see, maybe now we have 800 or 1,000 coins. I think we will have way less in a couple of years. We will have more used cryptocurrencies, but the time where you can just create a new coin and get someone to mine it and then dump it and make some money, it's over. We will see less and more serious coins in the future. So that's it, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to keep it like an overview and not going too much into depth, because if I had gone really into depth with many of the things, this video would not have lasted half an hour, but rather 3-4 hours. So yeah, I kept it as an overview. If you have a lot of crypto coins burning in your crypto wallet, then please visit my store, virtualcoinstore.com, and yeah, I promise it's so crypto. And in case that I don't have your preferred crypto coin implemented, just send us an email. Then we'll for sure find out to make a manual transactions and maybe implement it long term. And also, if there's some different genres or products you want to see in the shop, let us know, and we'll find out. Thanks for watching.